The final decisive battle between Russia and Ukraine is imminent. A million-strong army has already begun to assemble. China's stance has become very clear. Today, we will continue our discussion along these lines. Many people are asking, what is the current situation? According to the Global Times, on the current front line in Sumy Oblast, northeastern Ukraine, the deployment of 1 million troops could soon be in place. Russian forces, Ukrainian forces, plus North Korean volunteer troops and large numbers of mercenaries, along with drones and even new hypersonic missiles, are all currently being deployed. This has pushed the Russia-Ukraine conflict to its peak. The situation is extremely tense. Russia and Ukraine seem to be on the verge of a decisive battle. And in this war, China's position has also gradually become clear. So, let's first talk about where things are headed. Friends, let me report to you first. At present, 1 million troops face off. This is no numbers game. It's not as if I'm inventing 1 million-strong army out of thin air. There is evidence for this. For example, Russia currently has 300,000 main forces, plus 30,000 North Korean volunteer troops, and tens of thousands of mercenaries, artillery, and armored vehicles. Drone swarms now fill the skies. Ukraine's defensive line stretches 16 kilometers, with 12,000 troops trapped inside. These 12,000 Ukrainians now face encirclement. As early as the start of July, Putin had declared he would launch a major eastern offensive within 60 days. As time passes, Russia's advance is accelerating, closing in step by step. Ukraine's supply lines are already under strain. I see that reinforcements from the Kharkiv direction have almost been cut off. The logistical supply lines for both Russia and Ukraine are now nearly severed. Right now, Russia is playing a timing game. It seeks to completely turn the tide of battle before the US's new round of aid arrives. And this time, we see Putin has also changed tactics. He is no longer engaging solely in head-on clashes, but is using a firepower push strategy. Some ask, what is a firepower push strategy? Russia's method is first a half hour of intensive artillery bombardment, then infantry advancing like bulldozers rolling over everything. First the artillery strikes, then infantry move in to clear the area. We can see that 80% of Sumy Oblast's buildings have been destroyed. Its underground water system has also been blown apart. The people there can only rely on temporary water trucks to survive. Let me put it this way. Today's Ukraine is no longer the Ukraine of 2022. Its military factories have been mostly destroyed, and the remaining ones can barely maintain daily ammunition supply. Moreover, Ukraine's manpower reserves are nearly depleted. Of the remaining 230,000 able-bodied young men, most are wounded or have fled. NATO's aid can no longer keep up either. In 2023, NATO aid amounted to $45 billion. By 2025, it will be only $8 billion. Not even a fraction. Let's turn back and look at Russia. Russia's monthly artillery shell production reaches to 150,000 rounds. It has also received 12 million shells from North Korea. Today, another 1 million shells and 30,000 drones have arrived. We see that Russia's Black Sea Fleet has also gained new frigates. Once the missiles are loaded, even the Patriot system can hardly intercept them. Let me say it plainly. The U.S. air defense systems given to Ukraine have only a 35% interception rate against Russia's hypersonic missiles, especially the Kinzhal. The rest is all down to luck. In other words, if Russia launches Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, the Patriot system's interception rate is only 35%, with the remaining 65% relying purely on luck. Right now, the U.S. is making its own calculations. We in China must also respond. This is how great power rivalry manifests in an unprecedented global shift. It's not that the U.S. is doing nothing, or acting as a hands-off manager. We see that. Trump made a tough statement on July 14th. He said that within 50 days, if Russia does not cease fire, he will impose a 100% tariff on Russia and add stimulus tariffs as well. I already explained stimulus tariffs yesterday, so I won't repeat it here. Frankly speaking, Trump's measures against Russia are quite ruthless. They could cost Russia $18 billion a year.